Turn right on Detour Street, then take the first left.
Alright guys, we are leaving
Turn left on King
Anchor
Street
Sign
extension.
in Charleston, South Carolina. Heading back to Colorado again. It's gorgeous here. There's a huge storm ravaging the country, which sucks, but it is what it is. We're going to stay a little longer route, but a southerly route, to miss the bulk of the storm. It was a very tight fit getting down in here. I should have had the camera on. But yeah, this is it's okay once you're down in here.
1 mile, turn left on Azalea Drive.
But sometimes these damn GPSs want to take you places you can't go. So you always got to look ahead. I ended up in a suburban area I shouldn't have been in. Thank God there was a big empty lot to turn around in. But you don't like doing that, but had to. But here soon. And here soon we'll be back on the highway and headed out. Yeah, that's the road I turned down to the left right there. It turns into houses that we can't be by. But we are heading west. We're going to take the 20. It adds about 4 hours to our trip, but the Midwest right now is just getting pummeled with snow and rain and everything else. So not going to deal with that. We'll add a few hours, a few miles. Sometimes when you're doing this, you got to make those decisions. You can't just, you know, well, the GPS says go this way, so I'll go this way. It's Thursday right now. This drops off on Monday. It's a 2,000-mile run pretty much. But it's just not conducive to go up to 70. I mean, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, they're all getting hit pretty hard right now. I'm not...
Turn left on Azalea Drive.
I'm not interested in doing that. Why am I turning down here? Sometimes it's better to take a little bit of a longer route.
In 1 mile, turn left on Cosgrove Avenue.
A little bit longer route to actually save some time depending on the weather. I think trip planning is a huge part of this job. And some guys are, man, they couldn't care less about weather or anything. Like they are just, they're going the route that it takes them and that's it. Well, and some company guys don't have the option to say, well, I'm taking this route. You know, their company makes them take the shortest route possible, which just isn't fair when you're talking about dealing with weather. My company, if I had drivers, take the route you feel is the safest and the quickest. I would rather it be there on time and take a little bit more miles or whatever than going through and getting stuck for 2 days in an ice storm or windstorms or anything like that.
Then take the ramp on the right.
You can't do that. So we're taking the longer southerly route. Our weather should be better. I'm pretty sure we'll hit a little bit of rain, but nothing too serious. So that's what we're going to do. is supposed to snow in Colorado the day I deliver this. Hopefully I can get it delivered and get home before that gets real bad, or even starts would be really nice.
Turn left at the traffic light, then take the ramp on the right.
And then it's time for vacation. Shutting this down. The weather's just been... This guy must think he's pulling a trailer because his truck bed's full. Wow, his tire's flat too. I'm shutting this down. I'm tired of fighting with the weather, dealing with the weather, dodging the weather. It's February right now, so the weather's still iffy. So I'm going to shut it down till March sometime. Time for a family vacay. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to drive real far today. I've been driving overnight for a month and I'm tired of it. I need a shower. We're going to shut it down halfway early today. Hopefully by 6 o'clock. It's 1:45 now. We may even shut it down a little bit earlier than that and get a real early start in the morning, but get back on a schedule that's more conducive to day driving instead of night. That's a bit... Oh wow, you're an idiot.
Take the ramp on the right to I-26 west toward Columbia.
What an idiot. Fucking moron. You know, if you guys don't value your life, keep cutting semis off. Everyone's in such a big fucking hurry. It's like, if you run into this thing, it's not going to hurt me. It's going to hurt you a lot. And all these idiots just want to cut you off anyway, and it's just ridiculous. Ugh. Man, the South is gorgeous. But anyway, we're going to go on up the road here. My AC's not working the greatest. Well, not at all. I have a Freon leak somewhere. So we're going to stop at the first easy truck stop to get into and see if they have some Freon. The one I stayed at last night didn't have any. Yeah, so last night I made a reservation
on I-26
at a Pilot on their app because I knew I'd be getting there later. So I had about a 5-hour deadhead for this load, but it's paying enough that was worth it. But I got there and all the reserve spots were full. Had to make somebody move. Felt horrible because I know everyone's just trying to get some sleep. But you know, when you pay for a spot, that's your spot, you know. So they had to move. We got parked, got a good night's sleep. Got this loaded. It didn't take them long at all. I got there a little early. My appointment was at 1. I think I got there 12:30. It's 1:47 now and we're back on the road, so that's nice. Like I said, kind of a tight spot to get into, but easy peasy. We're actually hauling Krispy Kreme signs for the restaurants, the big plastic lit signs that you see on the fronts and on the signs and stuff along the road. So that's what we're hauling, and now we're going to get going. are still on our South Carolina to Colorado Springs load. Just finished up our 30. 7 hours left to drive today. Hopefully we can make it up by Amarillo. I wanted to make it farther, but time limits will not allow for that. This is a brand new Love's off of Highway Interstate 20, just on the eastern, I'm sorry, just past the border of Louisiana and Texas. Cripes, couldn't even think. It's hot, air conditioner's not working. I put Freon in it a day or two ago, but it must have all leaked out again, so we don't have that, which really sucks. It's not too bad once we get moving down the road with just the air blowing, but something else to get fixed. Welcome to being an owner-op. But like I said, we just finished up our 30-minute break. This is a brand new Love's. Brand new. You can always tell because truckers ruin everything, so the older ones don't look as good. Although, I do have to tell you, and I've said in my other videos, I stop almost exclusively at Love's for fuel and anything else I need. A lot of times I can't sleep at them because they don't do reserved parking, and the schedule that I drive, or usually end up driving, it seems, I reserve spots at Pilots and Flying J's, Petros. But Love's is, and it's not even close, the nicest chain truck stop that is in existence.
Turn right on I-20.
They don't always have the best parking lot layouts. This one's pretty good. It's a big parking lot, but the stores are always clean. The people are always nice. I shouldn't say always, but at least in my experiences, they've all been nice. Love's is the nicest. They just are. And so we saw this one coming down and decided that'd be a good spot for our 30. I walked Apollo, got a little bit of food and a soda. Now we're back out on the road. This has been a good load. I'm sure at the end I'll have cost myself some money because it's mid-February right now. 70 and 80 in the Midwest up there, Kansas and all that, just got pretty well smashed by a snowstorm. There were a lot of pileups and stuff, so I left South Carolina and kind of stayed on this southerly route.
Continue on I-20.
It added a little bit to the drive time, and I'm going to add a little bit more because I'm going to skip New Mexico because they have like their own little IFTA tax type thing, kind of like Kentucky's, but I have a Kentucky number. I don't like dealing with New Mexico, and also I don't want to go up over what's called Raton Pass, which is the pass between New Mexico and the southern border of Colorado. I'm not. After all the winter weather that's been around, I'll skip that. I'm not a mountain driver. I have no interest in being a mountain driver. So I'll add a little bit to the trip. I'll still make my delivery on time, no problem. It's only Saturday. This drops off on Monday. I'm only actually 12 hours away from my drop-off. But we're going to try to drive at least another 6 hours today. Probably closer to 7. Just so we can get up to where we need to go. I want to get into Colorado Springs pretty early tomorrow, just so I know I'm there. It's supposed to snow again in Denver and like that I-25 corridor Monday night, so I want to get this off and get home before the snow starts. And then